Hello, YouTube family. So I just posted a couple of scary stories, but I'm not fulfilled. Are you scared? Let me know in the comments because I'm not. So I'm digging into the deep dark web to find a couple of stuff. Some read at your own risk type of stuff. You're the listener, I'm the reader, and we will be getting into this reading session together because it's my first time hearing a couple of these stories. And the first short story that I'm about to read to you is called The Face on the Tree by Sally Painter. Gloria and her friend Sarah and Megan enjoyed riding their horses through the woods next to the riding stable. Many of the old-timers at the stable warned them not to pass Black Woods at night on horseback. The haunted woods often spooked the horses as well as the riders. One particular beautiful afternoon close to Halloween, the girls rode out further than they intended. Crisp leaves crunching under the horses' hooves, and the girls spent more time than they usually exploring an unusual trail. The sunset faded and they suddenly realized they had to pass Black Woods in pitch darkness. The horses knew the path and picked their way carefully through the woodland trail. They came to a fork in the trail. If they took the shortcut, they would go past Black Woods towards the stables. The horses backed and refused to turn left into the shortcut. Let's dismount and walk them the last little bit. We're almost home, Gloria said. You go. Sarah shivered. I want to take the long way home and ride to the road. We're going to get in trouble if we walk the horses on the road at night. It's too dangerous. Besides, we're almost at the stables. We just have to get through Black Woods. Gloria persisted. Sarah and Meg had already turned their horses towards the road. We can get hit by a car being on the road in the dark, Gloria warned. Fine, Sarah fumed. I'll go to the forest. Gloria urged the horses forward. As they rounded the last turn into the Black Woods, an eerie glow suddenly lit the path in front of Gloria. She urged her trembling horse forward as she turned towards the riding stable. The glow became stronger and centered on a huge, lightning-struck oak tree. On the trunk of the tree, a woman's face appeared. She glowed with a white light as her lips moved. Tell them, she whispered. Tell them I'm innocent. Gloria kicked her horse, but the horse needed no urging. He flew through the woods and stopped at the stable door, trembling in fear. The next day, one of the stable owners, Tommy, stopped by. While Gloria groomed her horse, Tommy had heard that Gloria had ridden through Black Woods after dark, and so close to Halloween. As she groomed her horse, Gloria worked up her courage and asked Tommy, why do people say we shouldn't go into Black Woods at night? Because of the hanging tree, Tommy said. The big oak? It was a statement from Gloria, not a question. The very one, said Tommy. The apparition's woods echoed in Gloria's mind. Tell them I'm innocent. She shivered. She never rode anywhere near Black Woods or the hanging tree ever again. Riding home from the party. 15-year-old Jacob went into the garage to retrieve his bike to ride to a Halloween party. He discovered the front tire was flat. Running late, he hopped on his sister's bicycle and pedaled towards his friend's house. As he turned down the lonely side street, skirting the woods that he and his friend used to shortcut through town, Jacob shrugged off the creepy feeling that someone was watching him as he neared the darkest part of the street and sped through as fast as he could. He arrived at the party and stayed until 10 p.m. On my way home, Jacob considered not using the shortcut, but he needed to study for a math test and wanted to get home as fast as possible. He started down the narrow lane when he noticed someone in the middle of the street. It must be some kid from the party, taking the shortcut home. Jacob slowed down. As he drew closer, the figure turned around. An ugly, twisted, gnarly face glowered at him. Jacob slammed on his brakes, intended on turning around when a heavy chain rattled through the air. He turned just as the chain slammed onto his head, wrapping around his neck. Gotcha, the wicked voice boomed as Jacob felt himself falling to the ground. The tree being stood over him with blood dripping from his lips. Thought you never came back this way, boy. Says you decided to take the shortcut home. Jacob's sister's bicycle was found in the middle of the side street. Authorities determined that the killer dragged Jacob's body off the road, leaving 2 parallel lanes that led straight to Jacob's body. The police discovered Jacob's body drained of its own blood only a few feet from the street. His killer was dubbed the Halloween Vampire. To this day, no one travels down the side street, especially at night. It's kind of weird. Balloon Boy. 3 middle school boys decided to toilet paper an old woman's house, rumored to be a witch. The woman lived in the outskirts of a small town and no one ever saw her. Their yard was overgrown and the house was in a state of disrepair. They waited until it was late night to sneak out of their houses and met up at the edge of town, where they walked into the witch's house. It was dark and cold. The boys couldn't see any light of warmth inside or outside the house. The only thing resembling Halloween was an orange helium-filled balloon tied to the front door. With muffled chuckles, the boys went to work tossing rolls of toilet paper up into the tree's overgrown shrubbery and onto the roof of the house. They were nearly finished when a black cat meowed by the front door. Meow! Startled, the kids stopped like frozen statues. A puff of black smoke emerged from the house. 2 of the boys sprinted across the yard, but the third one tripped and fell in front of the smoke and was quickly engulfed. Screaming and crying, he found himself leaping from the ground and being drawn towards the front door. He panicked and cried for his friends. They were long gone. He sobbed for his mommy when he found himself inside the orange balloon. Struggling against the Millard prison, he pounded his fist against the elastic walls. Happy Halloween, my mysterious simp, said the crackling voice as the cat shape-shifted into the witch. She reached up and untied the balloon. She stood laughing as the screaming boy drifted up higher and higher over the sleeping town, never to be seen again. The story of the balloon boy spread through the town, but it was considered as urban legend, created to explain the mysterious disappearance of an unfortunate missing boy. Beware of shapeshifters. The vibrating bass of sound system is a little too much for Asher, who decides to retreat upstairs for some quiet. No one at the party will miss me, he reasons with an eye roll. He was barely invited to the senior's spooky Halloween bash anyway. He wouldn't be here if he hadn't scored a last-minute invitation from his lab partner and crush, Trisha. Asher doesn't really care about the party itself. He just wants to spend some time outside of the school with Trisha. As a bonus, he'll have some chance to see the inside of the haunted Shapeshifters tavern where the party is being thrown. Unfortunately, most of the rooms are locked and blocked off with caution tape, so there isn't much to see. Asher still tries every door as he scrolls down the hallway in the second floor. To his surprise, one creaks open. It's an old bedroom complete with a dresser, chest, vanity, and 4-poster bed frame. And there lying in the corner of the bed is Trisha. Her face is pale. She's clutching her stomach. Asher drops to his knees at the side of the bed and reaches for her. What's wrong? What happened? He asks eagerly. Her response is so quiet it's barely audible. I didn't feel good, so I came up here to lay down. Asher's blood runs cold as Trisha begins violently coughing and produces handfuls of bright red liquid. Blood. He has to do something. Asher scoops up her limp body and rushes out of the room to find her. But as soon as he reaches the hallway, the weight of her body vanishes, and Trisha is gone. Through the tears, Asher looks down at his arm, disbelief. They can't ponder for long because he hears a sound to his left that makes his jaw drop. Hey Ash, you okay? Tris asks as she walks upstairs with a small smile. Looks like you've seen a ghost. That's weird.